Welcome to TechTalk, where I share my insights on the world of new technology in understandable language. Let me tell you about my experience at the Binance Blockchain Week in Paris. Last week I visited the Binance Blockchain Week in Paris to talk about EU regulation, DAOs, Web3 and of course blockchain validation. The Blockchain Week is the place where like-minded people learn more about Web3 and all its applications. It's not only about cryptocurrencies. Binance is the largest blockchain ecosystem and digital assets exchange in the world. And of course, digital assets are more than just crypto. Think about NFTs that are used in all kinds of industries. And how is Web3 and blockchain transforming these worlds? Maria Sharapova tells us about the world of sports.
And so the NFT space has me excited because I feel like I can create these worlds that are beautiful to me and aesthetic, and I can share them with the community that's followed me for so long. And I can also expose myself to an entirely new community that's interested in this space. So there's this, I'm taking my time with it. I'm working on building it because there's a lot of stuff out there that isn't of the highest quality, and if there's one thing that I'd love to see is I'd love to see a stronger curation of companies creating quality work, and so in the next NFT project that I'll put myself in front of, it will be about longevity and quality as opposed to something that is launched, that is minted, and that's kept in your wallet for a long time and never seen again.
And when we look at the fashion world, Elise Yoshida feels that the value of NFTs should not be based on artistic characteristics. Most of the current NFTs have a poor aesthetic value. The brands need to attach privilege, bringing utilities together in an NFT, especially the ones that money can't buy. That is the key of NFTs. So, for example, you can think about privileged time or an interview with a designer or an invitation to a show.
The main problem is that today the metaverses are still mimicking the real life. I don't know if it's by lack of imagination of what could be done or any other reasons, but I feel that we are not going to the metaverse to do the same thing that we are doing in the real life.
And how is Web3, NFTs and the metaverse disrupting the art world?
Blockchain is disrupting art markets as a whole. It's not only physical versus digital. I think there are actually some fundamental changes to market dynamics in the making, and one of them is the shift of power from intermediaries such as galleries, art dealers, towards the creators and artists.
In the world of finance, new technologies are not necessarily replacing our existing systems immediately. They can coexist with traditional finance. Key point is that we have to make the user experience better for crypto and blockchain technology, and we can do that with the help of AI, for example, to guarantee the safety of everyone's assets. John Lambert, the Chief Digital Officer at MasterCard, talks about the trust aspect.
All of the effort that's happening through the DAOs and through the education are useful, but at the end of the day, the product has to deliver for the consumer, because at the core of it is trust. And if you lose trust because of a scam or because of the technology falling over or because of the asset becoming worthless, no education in the world can help you. And I mean, to make an analogy with what we all know today, and which I've been spending a bunch of time on, which is credit card payments. There's scams all the time. We know that. But consumers know that they have recourse. They know that there is consumer protections there. And that's why it's okay to use it. We don't need to actually explain day in, day after, day out what they have to be on the lookout for. What we do, and they are. But there's recourse and there is consumer protection. And we need to get to a point whereby we can provide the trust to the consumers alongside that education, so that it sticks and people can go in it without having to look over their shoulder every step of the way.
Day 3 was the day of the Super Meetup, an entertaining program with a Binance quiz, interesting speakers about creating safe and strong Web3 communities, with mysterious YouTuber Dr. Rabin Desbois, and performances of Lil Bubble and the Dance Lab. It was great to get to know the Binance Angels that are, in my opinion, the foundation of the Binance community. I also found it very interesting to learn about the Binance Academy, research and charity. Let me conclude this summary with words from Binance CEO Zizi.
So we absolutely need to do education. So it's critically important that we continue to communicate with regulators and government officials, policymakers. We should not expect them to be expert. That's unfair to them. That's unrealistic. So we just got to continue to do that communication.
Education and awareness are the key to mass adoption and further development of this ecosystem for business and society. The key takeaway for me from those days in Paris is that so many real-life use cases regarding DAOs, NFTs, Web3 and Metaverse are already being developed and regulated. So thanks again for the 3 wonderful days. These insights are all very helpful for the next step in the VIDT journey, enabling verifiable trust for the entire Web3 ecosystem.